All right, good morning, everyone. This is Bobby GZ and Hizzy coming to you straight out of Rax Billiards in Sanford, Florida. This is the last day, the third day, of the third annual Meucci Classic 2022. We have a great match. We're down to the last 16 in the 10 ball. Single elimination now, race to 11. I will correct that on the screen. Race to 11 for everyone. We have Chang Jung Lin versus, they're calling them Piljus Labutis. Should be a great match in store for you guys. Do me a favor and share the stream if you don't mind. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so we got Peaches to break, first rack in this race to 11. Single elimination. That was almost like Jeffrey DeLuna style there. And look at that break. Wow, what a great break that was by Peaches. Safety attempt to get behind those three balls there. Nicely done. Chang's first shot at the table. It's kind of an ugly one. Sure he'll make do. Probably a two-rail kick, I would assume. Hard. Wait for it. Wow. He might have got away with that. Nice kick. I believe he has just a small edge of the one. He's looking like he has a chance to make it. Doesn't look like he has enough, but maybe he does. But it's not going to be easy being jacked up over the 7 as well. Not even a good safety, so he may be forced to go. Okay, so he's got that. I didn't know if he could hit that thin of the ball or not, being jacked up. And look at this. What a bad roll this is. Wow. Dropped right in the corner pocket. Very unfortunate there for Peaches. That was a great shot. Just skims off the 10 ball and goes in the drink. That is no good. Still not the easiest of outs here, considering the 3 balls there, and 8, 7 is kind of hampering the 3. So he's probably going to be forced to go 2 rails on the 2 ball. If he can get right, I would say somewhere in this vicinity on this one. He can shoot the 2, come off the 2, and he's got a small window right here, unless he chooses to set up for a safety on the 3. Well, that works too. Really good breakout there to get that 3 ball open, and that certainly makes this rack so much easier. Uh-oh. Thought maybe he was going to get an unfriendly roll like Peaches did a while ago. All right, just roll forward and shoot the 7 down here in the bottom corner. Nicely done. Now he's got a pretty good angle here, so he can always just kind of do a stun draw and just draw it around the 8 and shoot the 8 inside right there where it's closest to. If he doesn't like that, he can always just stun for a straight-in shot in that top left corner. He's weighing his options right now. It's going to be all about getting on the 9 ball from the 8, so he just wants to make sure he gets the proper angle that's going to allow him the easiest way to get on the 9 ball from the 8 ball. So let's see what how he likes it. I actually expect him to punch it to the center of the table. And he goes high English. He gets to the center of the table. So that's pretty much the same thing. Certainly more than one way to get there, so he did what he needed to do. So we'll just draw this to the top rail and back out for the 9 ball. He'd really like to get straight in. He could even go a couple rails with this just to make sure he gets there. And he does. And he's really, really close to being straight in, so that's absolute perfect for Chang. He'll probably just stun this ball, might let it roll up a couple inches, but not much if he chooses. He doesn't have to. And he does. Nicely done. And looks like Chang's going to take the first rack, and that's a race to 11. And there you have it, folks. Chang Jung Lin takes the first rack over Piljus Labutis. Hopefully I'm saying that right. How you doing, man? Good? Tired? That makes 2 of us. Chris is supposed to stop by today. He was in Sarasota working hurricane crash stuff.
Yeah, Dave's probably already back in Jackson.
Yeah, he should be on his way here. He said he was going to stop by on his way home.
We just came up here because Dakota wanted to take magic rack.
Are they selling them here? How much? Ain't bad. I don't really particularly like those Outsville racks. For one, they're hard to deal with for me to try to get them in position. They don't slide like the magic rack. You can just push it wherever you want it. This you got to actually pick it up, lay it on there perfectly. Right? Mercedes Mike did that a lot. Not really sure what we're waiting on here. Chang must be, I don't know. Who knows what he's looking for something. Oh, there he is. All right, here we go. Chang to break. Rack number 2, leading this match 1-0 over Piljus Labutis. So Chang's from Taiwan. Piljus Labutis is from Lithuania. Really good break. Can't really ask for much better than this. Got the perfect layout on the one to get to the two. He just wants to make sure he gets a really good angle on this two that's going to allow him, excuse me, allow him to get up to the three ball. Guess he's kind of better to be safe than sorry on that particular shot. Don't try to get too perfect on this two ball, so he just leaves himself a long shot that's going to give him the ability to get on the three ball from that line. He's got a couple options. He could hit this ball with inside, or he could hit it with outside and swing it a couple rails and try to get it in between the 7 and the 8 or somewhere in that area. And he goes around the world, takes the long shot on the three ball, and that's good speed right there. Kind of thought he might be trying to do something like that, but you never know with these guys. You really got to know where your cue ball's going when you opt to go, multiple rails, especially the full length of the pool table a couple times. Just knowing that you're not going to hit that 9 ball going around the table, that's good pull skill right there. Then again, we are talking about a world champion here. Chang did win the U.S. Open, I want to say a couple years ago, so probably 2020-ish, in that vicinity. Hey Google, show me a list of the U.S. Open non-ball Open Championship winners. Oh wow, it's been quite a while, it looks like. 2015. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. Actually, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Looked like he got second place. 2016. 2015 was Kevin Ching against Carl Boyes. Anywho, all right, so we got Piljus Labutis here. Got a real opportunity to take this second rack. And there you go. Ties this ball game up at 1-1. comes up dry here. Definitely going to have to work the kinks out of his break there. Chang's going to have to push out here. See, where do we go to make the proper push out? Probably, that's a good question. So it looks like Chang's just going to push it around the 7, just give him a sliver of the 1 ball and see what he wants to do with it. I really don't see him, I don't see him taking this on. Maybe he's going to push the 1 over to the 6 ball. If he can hit that just right, push the thin cut on the 1. Cue ball comes up here and then back over here. Ideally, he would like to get behind the 7 ball, but that is asking for a lot. So let's see how he hits it. Yeah, I don't believe he quite, definitely didn't quite get there, but that's exactly what he was trying to do. Fargo likes to pull old records. They did the same to me when I played in the Seminole Pro Tour a long time ago. So maybe when you played in some tournament a long time ago, they pulled the records. Either way, download the Fargo Rate Player app. It should show you what you played in. Maybe. Next time I see you at Cue Ball, I can show you. If you join one of my leagues, the app is free. Might have got too straight on this ball. Might be forced to cheat the pocket. Try to get it to draw on one side or the other of the 6 ball. Now he got a small angle, so he doesn't like it, but I don't know why, but he's just gonna have to play safe to shoot the 6 to the bottom left corner right there. He should be able to make this 5 and draw to the right of the 6 ball. Yeah. I really didn't expect him to play this ball in the side, so he's probably just gonna drill it. I assume he's gonna run this ball all the way down the rail. Cue ball should come out like this. And there you go. Might overrun his cue ball just a little bit, but he's going to be okay. He still has the natural position here on the 7 to swing around for the 8 in the side. Two rails. A little short on the speed, but he'll be okay with it. He'll just do like a simple stun draw and just pull it back a few inches. Like so. Actually, that was a little straighter than what it looked like on my end. Shoot the 9 and 10 in the same pocket. Chang takes the lead once again, 2-1. You want mine or you want the one with money on it? All right, here we go. Chang to break. Rack number 4, leading the match 2-1 over Piljus Labutis. Ideally, he's trying to make the 7 or the 9 or both in the side pockets. Both of them go that direction. Neither one of them come close to going in, so you can bet he'll be trying to make a small adjustment. Usually when you're breaking from the somewhat the center of the table, those two balls are tracking towards the side pocket, and it's just a matter of speed and how low or how high you hit on the cue ball. And I believe the lower you hit on the cue ball, the shorter the balls come to the side pocket, and the higher you hit the cue ball, the higher the balls go to the pocket. So I'm sure he'll be making a small adjustment. Those are really the only two balls that you really play on the break. Anything else is pretty much a bonus. Wow. That is highly uncharacteristic for Chang to miss something like that. Maybe the speed got him a little bit. This is the first match of the day, 11 a.m. start time. And maybe that had a little something to do with it. Not completely 100% warmed up. And I believe Piljus was trying to get around that 2 ball. Very surprised that he actually ran into it. These are some high caliber players here. It's uncharacteristic for these guys to actually run into other balls while they're trying to play shape and all this other good stuff. It's typically, unless you're in trouble, you typically don't run into other object balls. Very nice shot there by Piljus, and looks like he gets dead perfect on the 3 ball. About as good as you could expect. Very nice shot there. So now here he'll probably just stun this ball and just maintain a shot on the 5 as he does. This is not mine, but I will have one better than this. The guy that built this one is going to build me one. He owns this place. Place partners. Really cool guy. How you doing, bud? Doing good? Right on. All right, here we go. Peaches to break. Rack number 5. We have a tie ball game here in this long race to 11. Guys, do me a favor and share the stream. I'd greatly appreciate it. And Peaches is going somewhat in the center of the table here. Like I said, he's going to be playing the 8 or the 9 in the side pockets. Anything else will be a bonus. Let's see how well he hits it. So the 8 goes long and the 9 comes up short. So he'll be making a small adjustment there. Probably just didn't catch the 1 exactly where he wanted. He may have a shot here on the 1 ball. See how close he is. Oh yeah, he's definitely got a shot on the 1 ball. He's probably going to have to play shape for a 3-5 combo. So if he's going to do that, he's going to have to really punch this ball to the end rail with the toucher right. Swing it back to about where the 9 is, or he could just swing it 3 rails. There's a couple of options here he could do. Spin it high with inside, go around the corner. Neither one of them is going to be easy. It's going to be a risk pretty much in every shot. Now he's not straight in, so he has a small angle here. He could just punch this ball around this way. So he wasn't trying to run into that 5 ball. But he got fortunate. I believe it will go past the 9 in the side pocket. And if that's the case, he'll slow roll this. And the 5 is going to keep him in line of the 4 ball up table. Wow. He kind of 1-2 punched that ball. He didn't really give it 100% effort on that. And that's why he missed that ball in the side pocket. You got to really focus hard on these diamond tables. Especially after we just had the hurricane here. The tables are still playing kind of stiff. Definitely, it's not as much humidity in the room as it has been the last couple of days. Sun's been out for 2 days now, so things are definitely starting to dry out a little bit. So Chang Jung Lin shouldn't have a problem getting out from here. Shoot the 4 in the top corner, 5 in the bottom corner, and should play forward a little bit to make sure he gets somewhat straight in on the 6 in the side ball in the side pocket. He didn't get quite as straight as he wanted to get, so he may choose to go the other side, but he's checking it out. I think he can still stun this ball with some bottom right, just kind of kill it off the rail there. He's probably not going to be able to get straight in on the 6, but it'll be close. Let's see what he does. All right, he hits it good. Good shot. He's got the perfect angle. He'll be able to follow this ball through to the side rail there and just kind of spin it out a little bit. Might do a force follow. High inside. Probably about 11 o'clock. He doesn't have to. He can just bounce it off the side rail. He's feeling really froggy. He can just spin it all the way around the table, but I don't really see him doing that. High inside. Oh, he had the other angle. I thought he was going to have to hit above the side pocket. Either way, still have a good shot here. So probably swing this cue ball just straight up. Don't want to risk going 2 rails on this. I mean, he could if he really wanted to, but he really has to turn the ball to do that. And he does. The only drawback on that shot is if you don't put enough inside, it could lengthen out and get behind the 9 ball. But he hit it really good. Had a ton of inside on that shot. So he'll be shooting the 9 ball and the 10 ball in the same pocket to retake his lead by 1 rack. And just like that, once again, Chang's in the lead again.
Crypto world is about to change, introducing Alfa Coin, the official cryptocurrency of billiards worldwide. It's the perfect solution for poor players and citizens to transact, store assets, invest and gain in multiple ways. Alpha is also the currency of alphabets.com, the official billiards gaming site. Don't miss out, invest, trade and win. Go to alphacoin.io to set up your wallet and get in on the action. With more than 300 million players worldwide, don't be controlled, be free, be an alpha.
All right, here we go. Chain to brink. Rack number 6. Leading the match 3-2 over Piljus Labutis. Looking at the 7 and the 8 ball. One of them needs to go in the side pocket. Trying to get this break dialed in. And just like Piljus, he did exactly the same thing. One goes high, one goes low. It's going to be all about speed control, how hard you hit that ball, that rack, to get these balls to fall in place. Does come up dry, and Piljus doesn't really have anything to work with here. Don't believe he can see any of this 1 ball. Nope, he's pretty much frozen behind the 5, so you'll be looking at a push out here. Not really for sure where we could push out on this particular shot. I mean, the simplest one would probably be like right here, just to give him a small edge of the 1. Try to play a safety and get it behind the 4 ball. Other than that, you could probably do the exact opposite. Are you leaving? All right. Probably do the exact opposite and maybe try to get the cue ball over here, make him kick at the 1. Either way, he's probably going to get it back. See what he decides to do here. Decisions. And this is the most important shot in a rack of 9 ball or 10 ball for that matter. Any rotation game. First shot after the break is key. Making the right decision. So he's going to go with my second option. Not really for sure. He might oh. Probably, but that doesn't kill my feed. It just kills the monitor.
My signal was in here yesterday. It was so swollen I couldn't walk.
From walking the day before?
No, I got the album.
Oh.
Looks like somebody did for us. Usually it's a ball being hammered. This time it was like a sledgehammer. My ankle.
You took a lot of pictures,
my whole foot.
You took a lot of pictures, didn't you?
On my other camera.
Oh, okay.
The little one I just took some and just posted.
Did you take any good mug shots I can steal? No. Of all the high-end players.
Yeah. That's even some that I put online already.
I haven't even been online.
I didn't delete them yet. Yeah. I'll put them on. I'll bring my camera in. I want to finish up. Here's what I put online.
That's a good one.
That's what Chang and he were playing. I just wanted to say who it was by using his name on that. The little one went after. I think you got two of her. Three. Dennis playing now, right?
Yeah, they're all playing right now.
Especially got a. I think I got him later on. I got plenty of him in. It's actually
Did you get any of me?
on the other camera.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're looking pretty good here now. Got straight in on the 2 ball. Just looking at where he wants to get for this 3 that's going to leave him the easiest way to get on the 4. I think he's going to need to draw this back and take the cut on the 3 to give him a natural 2-rail position for the 4 ball. So he should go, he's got an angle, so he'll probably have to go to the side rail and back out to the middle of the table, as he does. So that gives him the natural angle to get on the 4. So he's going to come and do like so, anywhere in this vicinity, and it doesn't really matter if he hits the 8 ball or not. But naturally, they're not trying to hit any balls. We are playing all ball fouls. Must call every pocket. Alternate breaks. 10 does not count in the bottom 2 corners. And he hits this ball really good. So judging by where he pointed on the rail there, he's going to be hitting this 4 ball with a stun shot. Just a hair below center with a touch of left English, and just spin it around the 8 and try to hit that second diamond at least. Yeah, he hit a little higher than the second diamond. That's what gave him the back cut here for the 5 ball, but he's going to be okay. Doesn't have to worry about position too much on this. Just draw it to the end rail or roll it. I like drawing it to the end rail. Right about where the, in between the 3rd and the 2nd diamond there on the right, on the bottom rail there. Just draw it right in there and then bounce it straight back up table. Okay, he didn't have as much angle as it looked like he had. At least from my angle, it didn't look like he could roll the ball that slow, but that was a good shot. So he'll stun this one back out to the center of the table. It's pretty much a cakewalk from here. All right, so let's see what he chooses to do. I think I would probably just draw the ball back, but you go either way. 9 goes in both corner pockets down here, so it looks like he's drawing the ball straight back, just like so. And once again, he'll shoot the 9 and the 10 in the same pockets, the same pocket. Draw it to the side rail and back out. Oh, he rolled it 2 rails. Either way, that's a personal preference on there. Chang's going to increase his lead by 2 games now. That'll give him a little bit better breathing room here against Piljus Labutis. You're off on Wednesdays? Oh. I'll have to be up here Wednesday. Get home safe. Hour and 45 with traffic. All right, here we go. Peaches to break. Rack number 7, trailing this match 2-4 against Chang Jung Lin. Look at the 8 and the 9 ball. Oh, he got the 8. He got the 9 this time, and he was just shy of getting the 8. It barely hit the point of the other side pocket. So he's starting to get it dialed in. He's going to need it too. All right, so he's got an open shot here on the 1 ball, and he certainly has plenty of room to make this ball. What he's looking at is how it's going to kiss off this 3 in order to give him position for the 2, and I believe he's going to have to force follow this ball because it's going to hit the 3 ball pretty fat. So if you hit force follow, it'll skim off the 3, push it out of the way, and send the cue ball this way with a little bit of right English. Or he did a little bit of left English. Either way, he got the same idea. He got out there, but unfortunately, oh yeah, that's right, he made the 1. 3 balls hanging really deep in the pocket. That could pose a small problem. It's probably going to like to get really close to this ball if he can. The closer you get, the easier it is to judge the speed off of it. I'm not really for sure why he shot that ball that way. I wonder if he even saw the 3 ball. Pretty sure he did. So the 3 is like, as you can tell, it's super deep. It's barely hanging on by a thread. And Peaches is going to be coming with the short stick. So we're going to be looking at an aerial attack here on the 3. And he's going to need to hit this kind of thin to swing it around a couple rails at least to get it back up table. You don't want to hit this one full in the face, otherwise it keeps the cue ball down there. And he hit it dead perfect. No, I don't do single elimination. Especially sitting here for 4 fucking games. If I was warmed up, I might do it, but it's crazy. Single elimination. I don't play anything single. I'll see you later, man. All right, get home safe. Okay, here we go. Got a nice roll-up shot here for the 5 ball. Roll up for the 6. And boy, did he roll up. He's fortunate just to have a back cut on the 6 ball. Went a little further than he wanted. So he's going to have to hit this ball a couple rails, get shape for the 7 in the side. He's got to make sure he gets past that 8 ball. And he's got the perfect angle. Absolute perfect. Wants to put the cue ball where he pointed his cue at. So he'll go to the rail, drift it forward. He wanted to get really straight on this 8, but he's shooting a little too fast. He didn't come up straight enough on the 8. So still got a couple options. He can slow roll this ball, which is where he's looking at the line now to see where he needs to be, or he can force the cue ball 1 rail, or you could force it 2 rails. It's totally up to him, or even go 3 rails for that matter. Lots of ways to get on the 10 ball. It is out in the middle of the table, so hard to go wrong unless you end up on top of the ball. Doesn't appear to be that much angle on the shot, so, and there's not. I don't think I would slow roll this ball and settle for the long shot. He's got enough angle here. He can even draw it to the end rail and spin it a couple of rails if he wanted. I mean, there's lots of ways to get on this 10 ball. Yeah, I'm not for sure if I would have taken that shot like that, but these guys shoot pretty good, so I don't really expect them to miss it, but it does put a little extra pressure on you leaving yourself that long. And he drills it. Nice shot by Piljus Labutis, and he comes within one now. All right, here we go. Chain to break. Rack number 8. Leading this match 4-3 over Piljus Labutis in this race to 11 single elimination. Looks like one of my breaks. Guy hit square in the face, went right and shot it right into the corner pocket. Unfortunate for Chang. All right, so Peachy's got a great opportunity here. Take advantage of this scratch from Chang. Everything looks really simple. He doesn't have to roll the cue ball more than a few inches on the next few shots. And he rolled a little more than a few inches on the 3 ball here, so he's going to be forced to try to make something happen on the 4. All right, it looks like he had more angle. I'll switch it to this angle here. Now I know for a fact that he's got too much angle on the 4, so he's going to have to make something happen here. So he can go a couple rails, or he can just draw it straight to the side rail and back out. So it's personal preference here. And he goes to the side rail and back out. Anything on the 5 is going to be good. If he gets straight, he can draw it straight back, but he's got the angle, so he'll just force it to the side rail and back out to the center of the table. And he'd like to get really close to straight in on this ball. But it's not necessary. You just get a shot like so. He's got the perfect angle to draw it straight back and shoot the 7 in the side pocket. If he thinks he might have a little too much angle, he might just stun the ball and play the 7 up table, top left corner. All right, so he draws it back just a little bit. It's got a funny angle right here. Can't really slow roll this for the 9 ball. In the bottom corner, so he's going to be forced to probably go to the end rail with a whole bunch of left English and let it spin around for the 9 in the top left corner. I think that's the shot. Just hit it with center ball with a whole bunch of left English. Should slide just past the 10 to the end rail. Oh, he definitely didn't want to clip the 10 ball. But he's going to come out very fortunate to get this shot in the side pocket. I don't believe he was trying to run into the 10 ball. He may have. This may have been the shot that he actually played. I mean, it's actually a pretty good shot, but really you risk you don't hit the 10 ball just right. When you do that, you could easily end up in the corner pocket. So I'm not really for sure that's what he planned to do, but either way, it works out very nicely for him, and he gets through the rack to tie this ball game up at 4-4. Gets Chang Jung Lin. Nice shooting by Piljus. up, buddy?
Right.
Good, man. How you doing?
You played good yesterday. Some matches you played real good. Some matches you played kind of below.
Well, I didn't have much energy left when I played that Petrie guy.
Yeah.
I couldn't get nothing. I couldn't get nothing to roll my way. Nothing at all. No matter what I did, it was wrong.
We were like, I'm like, damn. I'm like, Bobby's tight.
I think he saw how well I played against Chang, and he really locked me down on some safeties. Even if I hit the ball, I left him a shot, or I didn't hit the ball and he got ball in hand, he ran out. He ran out almost every single time. I didn't have much of a chance. So, it is what it is. I felt like I played really good against Chang. I'm happy with that. So I can take something away from this tournament.
You did play Chang good too.
Yeah.
You made a lot of good shots.
Once I got my nerves out of the way, I think the 5 racks that I did win against Chang, 2 of them were breaking runs. So
when your brother calmed down a little bit against Mika said, damn, this guy can run out.
How close did he come on that?
It was 7-4 or 7-5.
Oh, okay. Right
He
on.
started to play like his old self, like he used to play.
Yeah,
If he keeps playing, he'll get back there again.
yeah. He's just too busy now. He's got that roofing company over there. It keeps him stupid busy.
He went to Mississippi for that fishing tournament.
Yeah, he went to Alabama for a big pool tournament a few weeks ago.
Good,
Yeah,
no, I'm glad to see him playing again.
yeah, yeah.
You just got to start playing like he is.
I don't play that much anymore. I mean, I play my league match. That's about it.
Oh, like I said, you need to start playing like him.
I spent a lot of time with this.
No, I know.
I spent over a month with this trying to get it absolutely perfect. And you know what? It paid off because I have not gotten not one complaint. Not one complaint on this pay-per-view.
You going to be here tonight?
Huh?
Isn't that Yap and
The Luna? They already played. Are they playing again?
they played once.
Yeah. Are they playing again?
Yeah, 20,000 each.
I didn't know that.
But you can't say that you I can pay money for something to do with the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like, of course, they jump all over.
Here we go. Chain comes to the table. Doesn't really have a whole lot to work with here. Hey, they do it all the time, so.
No, I know it's a trend. I feel like they're just doing it as a trend because the U.S. Open, so maybe we should do it too.
Yeah, I don't think they should do it either.
Nobody should do it.
No, not when you're paying that kind of money to enter in a tournament and call it double elimination, and then you do the top 16 that gets penalized for making the top 16.
No, it's pure insanity in my opinion.
true double elimination except for the final match.
True double elimination except for when
Except for the final match.
when
It's the day after the big shopping day.
Hey, I don't have a job now, so I don't mind making it true double elimination.
Saturday and Sunday, the 26th and 27th.
All right, here we go. Peaches,
The 24th.
he hits this ball really fat. Didn't expect him to hit it that fat, but he got away with it. And he's got the cue ball on top of the 5, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for Chang Jung Lin to hit this one.
Ahead of time, they'll give you a decent rate.
And the other time I expect him to go one rail and just go right at it, but being jacked up certainly makes this a difficult hit. So let's see what Chang decides to do. Probably just going to take his medicine and hit this ball and try not to scratch. I mean, the 2 ball is kind of locked up, so you really need to make sure you hit this 1 ball. We always play that way. Any table.
The only one I don't do that for is the Lakers. Y'all can't say anything. Only I can. But yeah, they were having one coffee event over there.
it's gonna be like the last minute decision. Not the last really. It depends how it
Well, Major was telling me we're having a 32 over there. Probably now he's like, oh, we should have made it a 3-day. Well, I tried to tell you that.
We should have made it 3-day.
And now he's like, oh, we should have had races to 4. I'm like, I sent you the flyer for your approval. You said yes. We have a 16.
Wayne wants to take his payment online. Don't let him get away. He wants to play.
Same at Masters. Give me your credit card.
All right, he's got a good line here on the 2 ball. Actually, looks like he's kind of going the other direction with it, so he'll slow roll this ball. All right, well, maybe he didn't have the opposite angle. Got perfect shape on it now.
Yeah.
That rating is still low for your skill level, though.
Friday night.
But it is a good one for you to start out at, believe it or not. So join my league, and that'll fix that problem. Nice. He had to punch out a little bit because otherwise he was going to be rolling straight towards the 8 ball. Never want to do that playing rotation, so he hits this ball really good. Gets a little straighter than he wanted, though. Nice bottom right hand spin. come straight back and spun that ball right out to the middle of the table. Got dead perfect on the 9 ball. High left English back to the center of the table. Looking really good again on the 10. And for once, Piljus is going to take the lead here, 5-4 if this 10 ball goes in. And there you have it. Piljus takes the lead for the first time. Nicely done. Had me wondering there for a minute. It's a family environment. You can bring your son.
Did you make it at 10?
5 after, I mean, same thing. It's really good for us. It's really good for us, especially when we're leaning on her. All right. It's a pretty solid break. Unfortunately, it's going to come up dry for Chang Jung Lin, and Piljus Labutis is really liking this. There's not a trouble shot on the table here. She gets really good position here on the 2 ball. That's going to lead to the 3. The 3 leads to the 4. The only issue may be going from the 4 to the 5. And if you get the cue ball on the side rail, that'll give him the perfect angle to get back up table for the 5 in the center. So he can get either anywhere where it is right now for the 5 in the corner. I mean, there's lots of ways to get on this 5 ball, so I'm not really seeing an issue here. This case here, I believe I like to just stop the cue ball right there. He's looking at that line. If he can stop the cue ball right there, he'll have an angle to hit the 3 in and go up table, or he can follow it. Really didn't expect him to come forward just a couple inches. I mean, the 4 ball is in the top left corner up there, so I figured he'd like the angle that he had already on the 2 to the 3. So he's going to follow this ball up high with a touch of inside to keep it going straight, just like so. And he got pretty straight on this 4. So if he's too straight, he can draw it straight back and play the cue ball right where it is right now for the 5 in the side. If he's got a small angle, he'll probably just draw it out or forward 1 rail. Or he could just settle for the long shot. Okay. Young gun here. Young eyes, not scared of a little bit of a blue. Call that a lot of ocean in the motion there. So see how he handles this pressure. He doesn't have to worry about position. Just make the ball. Don't let the cue ball roll forward. And he doesn't have to hit it very hard, so he should be able to maintain pretty good accuracy here. Just needs a nice steady arm. Stay down. See his head doesn't move not one bit. So that's nicely done. I really expected him to stop the ball or draw it back a couple of inches. But he's okay. Nothing else. Really all he's got to do is just give a friendly nudge off the 9. Just slow roll it. Make the ball. It's going to roll off the 9. He didn't even want to touch the 9. And that's a good shot. Don't know if I would have played it quite that way. But I think, like I said, he could have just he could have just slow rolled that ball and just kind of nudged the 9. The 9 was always going to push him towards the 7 anyways. But either way, he hit it good. Force follow here with high right English or high left English. All right, so he's going to spin this ball around the left corner up there, making the 8 in the top right. Swing it a couple of rails and get anywhere close to straight in on this 9 in the side. He just drew the ball. Wow. He didn't have to do that, but he's feeling a little froggy now. Changed and made I'm not really going to say a couple mistakes, but he's had a couple dry breaks, and he hasn't really had a whole lot to work with. And Peaches is he's not making any more errors at the moment either. So he's finishing his runouts. He's missed a couple runouts actually and gave the Chang early on. And well, he's not doing that anymore. But you know, the tables can turn. They usually always do. Everybody usually has an equal opportunity here. This is alternate breaks. So it's going to be all a matter of getting the break down.
Single elimination race to 7, $30. Leah, are you still taking sign-ups? No. Why? 2 weeks. Weekend. No, Scotch is next weekend. The following weekend is the Predator Pro-Am. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, we're not going to have like big things like that here. We are going to have like Tommy Kennedy, Anthony Bruno, Dustin. Yeah, Rob, I'm calling on him.
I'll be here.
Bobby's going to be here. Jeff's going to be here.
All right, here we go. Peaches to break. Rack number 11, leading this match 6-4 over Chang Jung Lin. Going to 11. Watch the 5 and the 8 side pockets. See how good he hits it. There goes the 5, and I mean he misses the 8. I mean just by a little bit. So the perfect break here, just so you guys know, for the 10 ball. Place the cue ball in the center of the table as they're doing. You're always playing a little low English, but trying to hit it dead center. And if you hit it absolutely perfect, you make the 2 balls behind the 1 ball in each side pockets. And like I said, if you hit it dead perfect and nothing gets in the way, the 2 is going to go all the way up table, crisscross, and come back down table and drop in each of the corner pockets down here. That is your perfect 10 ball break, which I've done it a few times. But it's not easy to hit it that perfect every time for anybody. I would say your most consistent player in the world is probably going to be Shane Van Boning, that hits that probably better than anybody. And then there's lots of other players that do break 10 ball really good. Dennis Orcolo is one of them. But anyhow, we got a grayed out going on right here by Peaches. Should play the 8 in the right-hand side pocket. Looks like he's drawing this ball. It's very hard to tell the angle. It looks like he had too much angle, almost like he needed to go to the top rail and back up, but he draws it and gets absolutely dead straight in, it looks like, on this 8 ball. So he'll roll it straight forward as he does. Then he stuns this ball off the rail, and looking pretty good here for Peaches to take a 3-game lead over Chang Jung Lin. And that's pretty strong there. This guy's playing some really good pool. And there you go. You can see He's catching the gear on Chang Jung Lin. Chang's going to need to settle him down a little bit. Maybe he needs to go to the restroom and wash his face. Definitely going to have to change the pace of this match, because right now Peaches has certainly got the better of it. He's finally got his break down. He's getting a shot after the break. So let's see if Chang's been paying attention. All right, so we have the 6 ball and the 8 ball behind the 9. Behind the 1. So we're looking for one or both to go in the side pockets. See how he hits it. 8 ball and the 6. That's how good. And look at this. The 2 and the 3 were crossing corners and trying to go in these bottom 2. Like I said, that is the absolute perfect break. But he doesn't have a perfect break, but it's like first cousins. It's a really good one. And he's got perfect position here on the 2 that's going to lead, on the 1 that's going to lead him to the 2 ball. So he needs to make sure he's going to get on the right side of this 2 that he prefers to. I think I wouldn't want to risk getting stuck behind the 9 ball, so I believe he's just going to go a natural 2 rails back to the center, anywhere in that vicinity. All right, so I'm guessing he chose to go past the 9. His line was a whole lot tighter than mine. I didn't expect it to go quite like that, but he's got absolutely perfect on this 2 ball. Okay, Chang Jung Lin's going to have an opportunity to inch his way back to Peaches. He's got a very nice layout. So this is a personal preference. Bottom right English, drop back to you to the side rail, or top high right English. And he likes bottom English. I like bottom English. Keep the 9 ball out of play. That's the reason why you do the bottom English rather than the top. Because if you come up too tight going top, you could run into the 9 and cause havoc. And Chang says his havoc days are over with. All right, so here's one now that you would go top English if you want to play the 7 in the side, which looks like is what he's lining up for. So you will go top English, hit it extremely high, and just let it drift off the top rail. So you won't be hitting this very hard. Nice and smooth. Get about a 1 foot bounce, as he does. Maybe a little more than 1 foot, but nevertheless, he's dead perfect. Looks like he's perfect just to roll straight forward and set up for the 9 in his bottom right corner, or in this case now the bottom left corner, as he does. And he's got the perfect line to just drift up table for the 10 in the same pocket. And Chang Jung Lin says, you're not getting rid of me that easy. Dead perfect on the 10 ball. These guys play such great speed, great cue ball control. This is awesome. Okay, so Peach's goal is to make sure he lays a good break and run out like he's been doing. If he continues to do that, Chang Jung Lin's got no chance to beat him. None. He's got a 2-game lead. He breaks and run here, could make another 3-game lead for him. So you can bet he'll be focusing on this break, making sure he hits it nice and solid, playing those 2 balls behind the 1 in the side pocket, and he hits it real good. He'll swing those 2 corners down in the bottom corner pockets. Let's see. 6 and the 8 ball. Side pockets. 6 to the left. 8 to the right. Let's watch him go in. He's definitely getting the break dialed in, and that's going to be tough to fade for Chang Jung Lin. So here we go. Piljus Labutis leading this match 7-5. Rack number 13 going to 11. He's just a hair off center. 8 ball does not drop. 6 ball doesn't come close to dropping. So he changed his speed a little bit on that and come up dry. And now it's Chang's time to make him pay for that. So Chang's going to, doesn't have a whole lot here. I mean, he's straight in on the 1. The 2 ball is the problem. Getting a decent shot on the 2 ball. So Chang's probably going to elect to shoot this 1 in the side. And if he does, he's probably going to try to run into the 8 ball to hold up for the for position on the 2. Either way, it's a difficult shot here. All right, thin cut in the side pocket, try to run into the 8. Square in the face. He does not run into the 8. Hits it with a whole bunch of inside, and look how good he hit that ball. Wow. Unbelievable. It's just like a work of art, I tell you. High English, force it to the end rail and back up. All right, so the 4 ball is all the way on the top rail up there. So looks like he's probably going to force this ball 2 rails or 3 rails and run into the 9 ball area. Don't think he wants to run into the 9 ball, but he's going to at least send it that direction. I don't really see him just coming up 1 rail, possibly tying up with the 6 ball. So I believe he's going to pound this ball 3 rails, and he does. And he misses the 9. Absolutely perfect. All right, so this is a very sensitive shot here. I believe he's probably, if he doesn't like the finesse part of it, he'll go up and down the table to get position on the 5 in this bottom corner where he's standing at. But if he doesn't mind the finesse part of it, he'll hit this with high with a pretty good bit of right English to make sure that he doesn't get hooked on the 10 ball. And I did see him just point on the side rail there, like he could play position for the 5 in the side pocket across the table there by where the 7 ball is. So it's going to be a personal preference. I think for me, I think the shot that I would shoot would be shoot the 4 in the top left corner, come straight up and down. I think this is the shot that I would do. And try to run it in the back of the 10 ball for the 5. So let's see what Chang Jung Lin decides to do. I think that's the proper shot, the correct one. I didn't really expect him to hit that with a ton of inside, but I tell you what, look at this cue ball control. Unbelievable. I think that deserves a replay. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't really expect him to hit that with a ton of inside, but I tell you what, look at this cue ball control. I'm about to get rid of that. My apologies on that. Anyhow, here's the finished project here, or the finished outcome. Great shot. Gives himself an opportunity to make this 5 ball. More than likely, he'll spin his cue ball 3 rails. Just want to make sure he doesn't get hooked on the 10 ball. He doesn't even do that, just a natural 1 rail. Hard to tell the angle he's got. I thought he had a lot more drastic angle than that, but either way, he's got nice position here on the 6. It's going to lead him to perfect position on the 7. Straight in on the 7, it would be ideal, or anywhere close. And that's close enough. Typical woman. All right, here we go. Straight back. Wow, he didn't draw that ball at all. I think he might have miscued on that. I don't know. See, here it looks like he has way too much angle on this ball. So let's see what this line here looks like. Well, this line, he doesn't have way too much. He does have a little bit, but he can slow roll this ball and not have a problem with it. But the other angle looked like, to me, it looked like he had way too much angle to slow roll this ball. It almost looked like he had enough angle to run into the 9 ball, but anyhow, this is a much better lineup. Get it out to the center of the table. There you go. Dead perfect. And he's going to inch a little closer to Piljus Labutis. 6 to 7 now. Looked a lot better than 4 to 7. So he's getting a little closer. He's determination. I tell you what, both of these guys have it, obviously. But we still have a ways to go. We're just a hair over halfway there. 6 to 7. Peach is still in the lead by 1. Going to 11. And this is alternate break. So it's anybody's game from here. One dry break can change the whole outcome. Here we go. Look at the 5 and the 7 in the side pockets. That's what he's looking for. There goes the 5. Doesn't quite get the 7. And now he needs a shot on the 1. And I believe he's got it. All right. Chain's going to be a threat to tie this ball game up once again. Cut this ball up top right corner and send the cue ball straight across. Making sure you don't leave it behind the 7, so he'll make sure he gets 2 rails on this shot. If you're feeling really froggy, as you can tell, he was just kind of doing a measurement on speed, whether he's going to go forward, across, back forward, back across. It's such a thin cut, I believe he'll go 3 rails at least. That should help him make sure he doesn't end up behind the 7. So he's going to hit the right rail, then the left rail, then back to the right rail, and then back out to the center. Let's see how he hits it. It's all about how steep the angle is here. I don't think he has to do that, but that's what he's doing. And it's absolutely perfect speed. Don't leave yourself on the rail. Don't get yourself behind the 7 ball, and you just can't hit it any better than that. All right, so here we go. This is one of those shots where it's a personal preference. I believe the correct shot here is just to stun this with center, left English, and just let it drift towards the 3 ball, making sure you don't get hooked behind the 6. You see, he likes to do that forward, spinning it 2 rails. And there's nothing wrong with that shot, but if you don't have a pure stroke, you could get in trouble real easy by getting stuck behind the 6 ball. If you're feeling really good, that's certainly the way to shoot it. If you're struggling and trying to make balls and get good position, just hit it with high left English and just let it drift up to the center of the table. But we're not dealing with that with either one of these guys. So these guys are on fire. Nice position here for the 4. He'll probably just straight draw this ball and let it draw straight up table. He could punch it to the side rail and back out, but I don't expect him to do that. Just a nice, simple, pure draw. And it slides straight up to the middle of the table like so. And now he didn't get quite as far as he wanted, but that's okay. Again, it looks like he's got too much angle to slow roll this ball, so let me switch cameras. Yeah, I still think he's got too much angle to slow roll this ball. Let's see what he chooses to do. Send it to the end rail and back up. That's the way I would shoot it. And that's what he does. Did he hit it hard enough? Oh, yeah. All right. That works. All right. So he'll hit the 7 ball with center ball with a touch of left English and just let it drift towards the center of the table. Playing the 8 in the bottom left corner over here. He just touched this ball. All right, so he went the extra mile. So that tells you right there the tables are still playing a little on the boingy side. When you go that extra rail, you guarantee yourself a great position and not leaving yourself on the rail. You guys have to keep that in mind when you're playing cross table position, especially on the diamond tables. Always best to go that extra rail. And he got super straight on this, so he might just force this to the left about a foot, like so. And what do you know? Chang is grinding it out. Hard work pays off, that's what they say. Ties this ball game up at 7-7. We got a real thriller here for you guys. Need some help. Let's get this stream shared. We got a lot of great matches in store. If you've seen, I've got the post out there. I posted this morning of the last 16 players on my Facebook page, Bobby Garza. You can go to our Florida Tournament Chasers page, Facebook page as well. I posted it there. Probably posted it in about 40 different group pages here in Florida. So if you guys want to see who all's left. And I posted them according to the bracket lineup this morning. So pretty much from start to finish, you see who's playing what against who. The first 2 players in the list, which are the ones you're watching right now, Chang Jung Lin versus Piljus Labutis. And look like we got a player timeout here. So I did post them in order as how they're matched up in the bracket. So if you check that out. Plus, as a matter of fact, I believe I did post I posted the 2 pictures of the bracket. This is last 16 single elimination, all races to 11. I would assume, I haven't gotten confirmation yet, but I would assume the final race might be 13, or it just might be kept at 11. Who knows? Anywho. A lot of great matches in store. You can see all the world champions that are still left in it on my Facebook page, Bobby Garza. Check me out. The man with the plan. A word from our sponsors.
The question is do we ever step back and look at what we've done and wonder why we're here, kind of pinch ourselves and my answer to that is yeah, every day pretty much. I mean, I look at her, we talk about that all the time, like we can't believe we're here. We truly feel lucky, I mean, if anybody asked me what's the secret to this business, to us in this business, beyond the quality of the product, it's the relationships that we forge with our customers, with the people who enable us to be here. It's the people who come back and buy 2 or 3 or 4 cases, and the people who bring their friends. They trust us enough to vouch for us for their friends. And that is just amazing to us. We look around and we're like, how lucky can we be?
At JB Cases, we care about your cues by putting layers of padded protection around them and then build as much case as you want around that protection. Visit us at jbcases.com and design your case today.
Crypto world is about to change, introducing Alfa Coin, the official cryptocurrency of billiards worldwide. It's the perfect solution for poor players and citizens to transact, store assets, invest and gain in multiple ways. Alpha is also the currency of alphabets.com, the official billiards gaming site. Don't miss out. Invest, trade and win. Go to alphacoin.io to set up your wallet and get in on the action. With more than 300 million players worldwide, don't be controlled, be free, be an alpha.
All right, here we go. Piljus Labutis to break. Rack number 15. We have a tied up ball game here at 7-7, going to 11. All right, here we go. Check out the 6. I believe that's the 4 ball. 6-4. One or both should go in the side pockets. We have a lot of people here watching. Great amount of spectators. There goes the 6. There goes the 8. And there goes the cue ball. Wow. Wide open table. Very unfortunate. Let's see what the what happens to this cue ball. Oh, it goes straight in the corner pocket. Nothing hits it. It just draws it straight into the corner pocket. It's ball in hand for Chang. Chang has a great opportunity here. Just needs to get good position on this 3 ball. And I believe he'll come below the 10 ball so he can play a natural 1 to 2 rail position up table for the 4. So just get past that 3rd diamond by the side pocket, and he comes all the way down and back up. Oh, he's sitting really nice here. I really figured he would try to get a little bit better angle on the 3 ball, but he's looking pretty straight here, so he might have to try to force something to happen. I expect him to get this angle on the 3 so he can go a natural. So he's going to draw it straight back maybe. It's hard to tell the actual angle he has on this 3 ball. Let's see if I can get a better angle on it. Oh, that's a really good angle there. Okay. So he's got a small bid. He could actually punch this ball and just get it past the 9 ball. I think if he can punch this ball, he can punch it right here. Naturally, he would love to be right here. If he could get straight in on this 4, we can just draw it straight back for the 5. You're going to have to... Janine, you have to plug it in over there. All right, let's see what he's going to try to do here. I think that's the best shot. I think that's the right shot, just to punch this ball. All right, he forced it. That's a really good speed shot there. I tell you what, that's not easy to do. You got to have just the right amount of top and just the right amount of right. And of course, no one to do it better than this guy at the table now. Hey Google, what is Chang Jung Lin's achievements? He's got somewhat straight in on this. I believe he'll probably draw it straight back. If he has a small angle, he's probably going to have to punch it to the side there and shoot the 8 up table long rail. Perfect. Nice punch stroke. So yeah, I just found out Chang's only 37 years old. I thought he was a little older than that, but this country is actually Chinese Taipei. He's an 8-ball world champion from 2012. Looked like he's also won the men's 8-ball 2013 World Games. Actually, I think he's a silver medalist. That's what it looks like. 2013 singles. I believe it was in Cali. And Chang Jung Lin makes quick work of that rack. And finally takes the lead back from Piljus Labutis, 8-7. Yeah, he won the silver medal. Yeah, he won the silver medal. 2013 World Games, 9-ball. So it looks like it's a former world #1. Definitely WPA World 8-Ball Championships 2012. So he has not won a U.S. Open title. He was a runner-up. I believe that was 2015 or so, somewhere in that vicinity. I thought he actually won the U.S. Open, but not quite. How do you want to send payment? And do you want to play the 1 pocket and the 9-ball? Or one or the other? All right, so we have a cut shot here on the 1-ball, and Chang's trying to dissect this layout here to make sure he has the best opportunity to run this rack out, and what's the easiest way. I think he's going to have to take the tough shot first, I think, to make the rest of the rack easy. So hit the 1 in the corner, spin the cue ball 3 rails. Could go bottom English, but he's going to have to really thread the needle here. So, okay, so it looks like he can finesse bottom English, send the cue ball right here, and have an open shot on the 2-ball. Either way you look at it, there's lots of traffic here. Even going inside, the 5-ball could get in the way if he wants to go this way with it. 5-ball could get in the way, but I don't think the 5 can hurt him unless it pushes him behind the 3. So he's finessing this ball like the first or the second option I had, and got really good on the 2. But that was a serious finesse shot, and he only came up really an inch short, if that. Very unfortunate that ball didn't go in. Nice speed here by Piljus. Like it to stay off the rail, and I think he just did. So, all right. So I don't think the 3 goes past the 5. He's going to go and take a look at it now. Maybe it does go past the 5. This will give us a better look, and it looks like it. It looks like it does go past the side pocket. If I had to, yeah, it does go past the side pocket. Oh, very fortunate to just barely skims off the 8 ball. And I tell you what, his speed control is spot on. That is superb speed control right there. All right, we'd like to get probably just draw it back a few inches and swing 3 rails for the 5 ball off the 4. I didn't really expect him to try to get too straight on the 4 and draw it straight back. So I really expect him to swing the cue ball 3 rails right here. If it's off the rail, it doesn't appear to be off the rail that much. I don't really expect him to draw this ball back. These guys got pure stroke, so he could easily do that, but I think he's going to go 3 rails, and he does. Needs to slow down. That's an ugly angle, but I think he's okay. He's going to shoot this with bottom English with a touch of right. And he's probably just going to have the cue ball go up table, back out. Anywhere in this vicinity is what we're looking at. He's certainly going to shoot this ball in the side without a doubt. There we go, straight draw, maybe a touch of right just to keep it off the rail. Well, he went 2 rails. Didn't look like he had that kind of angle to do that, but he hits it very well. Over in his cue ball a little bit, but he's going to be okay. He'll force us to the side rail down here on the bottom and then swing it back up to the top. Definitely going to punch this ball pretty strong, and he hits it really good. All right. He won't do a whole lot with the cue ball. Pretty much hit it with dead center English, maybe just a hair below center, just to make sure the cue ball doesn't go forward too much. As he loses his stroke. He's a little upset about that. You can believe that. Yeah, there's no way his ball should have ran that far forward. But he's going to be forced to take a bank shot if he doesn't want to cut it in the other side, but he's already caught it cross bank. So he's going to walk over there and probably wipe the sweat off his hands and rethink the situation here. Try to clear his mind and go 100% focus on making this 10 ball cross side. So he's already called the cross side bank, so let's see what he does. See if he can continue to with that route. Now he's looking at the cut shot, so maybe he has a change of heart. He's certainly a little upset with himself for not getting dead perfect on this 10 ball. This could cost him the match if he doesn't make this ball. This could really just do him in on his mental game. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Change of heart. Takes it in the other side. And it just slivers in past the point of the side pocket. Nicely done by Piljus. Tie this ball game up at 8. All right, it's just a little old race to 3 from this point. Still anybody's game. Was looking really good there for Piljus, having a 3-game lead there. And like I said, a dry break can do you in. can't afford any dry breaks this late in the match. Should have it dialed in by now. Naturally easier said than done. I understand. Once again, folks, my name is Bobby Garza. I run the Lights Out streaming, mainly for our tour, Sunshine State Predator Pro-Am Pool Tour right here in Florida. Predators are our title sponsor. You guys are ever in the Florida area, look us up. We run a lot of great events here. I do my own streaming, not normally pay-per-view. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, swing by, give us a shout. We'd love to see you. And once again, you guys have any issues with the stream, audio, video, or whatever, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll see if I can help you out. But it seems to be, I haven't gotten out one complaint as far as latency, lag, speed, visual, sound. I haven't had any complaints whatsoever, so I can only assume I must be doing a pretty good job here. Hopefully, next time I do a pay-per-view, I'll have to learn to figure out how to put a chat in it. Everyone I asked didn't really know how to do it for a pay-per-view event, so I will try to have that figured out next time, if and when I ever do another pay-per-view. If I do, it'll be probably the 4th annual Meucci event. That's if I get approval to do the next year's streaming service. Felt like I did a pretty good job, considering it's the first time I ever did a pay-per-view. So anywho, we got a bank on the one ball. I don't think he's got enough room to cut this ball in. Let's see if we can get another angle here. It's very close. I don't think he has enough room. With that being said, I mean, he's got a nice 3-rail bank here. Send the cue ball around the table. I mean, the one ball around the table and try to freeze up behind the 8 ball. And being at the line that he's got here on this one ball, even the 3-rail is going to be difficult. He could accidentally hit it too tight and cause it to jaw up in the corner pocket up there. So he's going to play safe. I like this shot. 3 rails. Try to get the cue ball to go behind the 9 or somewhere in that vicinity. Either way, he hit it really good. Chain's going to come to the table, and you got a couple options here. He's got a 1-rail kick, or he's got a 2-rail kick. I think the 1-rail would probably be easier. The 1-rail, he should go ahead and call this pocket right here. That would be the 1-rail kick. If he misses it, the 2 should go like so. And if he hits it dead perfect, the cue ball is going to end up right here. So let's see how he hits it, because that's what he's calling. He's calling the 1 in case he makes it. Cue ball should not go anywhere if he hits it dead perfect. All right, so I really expected him to hit it hard, but he didn't. So he was playing cue ball all the way on that particular shot, and the 1 crossed the other side of the pool table. Very nice. Didn't want to risk. He didn't want to risk not accomplishing at least his safety. That's something that you have to think about when you're doing the thought process. You got to get the guarantee safety. And probably my shot was probably just not really, it wasn't guaranteed. There was a lot of factors in there that could have went wrong on my particular shot, especially if you didn't lock up the cue ball behind the 8. And the 1 did not go the full 3-rail position for the safety. And this way, Chang Jung Lin hits it dead perfect. Guarantees the cue ball to stay behind the 8. And now Peaches comes to the table with a one rail kick. Hits it good. Where's it going to stop? All right, so we have an open shot here for Chang Jung Lin on the one ball. And I believe he'll be shooting the one ball in the top left corner up there. And swinging his cue ball and get it in the same line that the cue ball is in right now on the two to shoot the two in the side pocket. So I believe he'll be drawing this ball to the side rail here. So now he's looking to see if it'd go in the other corner by the three ball, and that's a good shot too. I think it does go past the six ball. So now he's looking at drawing it to the side rail and just playing position for the two in the corner behind the 10 ball down there. Okay, I will be at Park Avenue Billiards Thursday for league. Are you in town anywhere during the week? This coming up week? All right, there we go. Nice smooth stroke. Maintains position for the two in the upper left-hand corner pocket. And his cue ball's naturally going to drift down to the end rail here for the three ball. I don't expect him to come all the way down, but he could. Either way, it doesn't matter. He'll make sure he gets an angle on the three to get back up for the five ball. All right, just like so. All right, this is going to be a bottom left English. Draw the cue ball all the way to the side rail and back out, like so. He barely got to the side rail, but either way, he got there. And Chang Jung Lin's got a nice line here. I think I would spin this ball all the way to the other side rail, but he doesn't have to. He probably just shoot it with straight top English and just let it drift past the spot on the table right there for the six in the side, as he does. Now, he didn't get quite as straight on this ball as he wanted. So, and I don't believe it goes in this corner here past the 10, so he may be forced to go up table and back down to get anywhere where he's hitting it with low, so maybe he has enough. Now he's going to rethink it. He wants to shoot. Well, he's going to have to shoot the 7 in the side, I would think. I mean, he could draw it. He could draw off the 6 and get above the 7 and shoot the 7 in the bottom right corner over here. See how he plays this ball. He is drawing it. I tell you, looking at the angle that I'm looking at, it doesn't look like he has the angle to hold this ball up. So let's switch back here to the side table view. It doesn't look like he has the angle to hold this ball up, so he should draw it across the table. All right, so he is following it through. That was the first option. Didn't look like he was going to shoot it that way there in the beginning. So he got absolutely dead perfect on the speed control. All right, so I don't see him shooting the 9 ball past the 10, so he's going to make sure he leaves himself probably he could do anything really, whatever he decides, get straight in on the 10 or not. He'll have an easy way to get down here. Anything close to the spot where the spot is on the table for the 9 ball, he'll be okay. Naturally, he'd like to be straighter in on the 9 ball. I guess he's debating on whether he needs to go to the top roll and back up again like he did on the 6 ball. I think if you're ever in doubt, might as well do it and just get it over with. rather than trying to hold up and you don't hold it up and come up on top of the ball. And that's exactly what he does. Just go ahead and play it to the top rail and back. All right, so let's see here. Does this ball go past the 10? I don't think the 9 goes past the 10, so he's definitely going to be swinging his cue ball a little bit. Look like he's hitting with bottom English. I think he'll hit this with force follow. If I was going to do it, I'm hitting it force follow. Trying to get the cue ball to land right here. Or he could go around the 9 either way. If he goes around the 9, he might get a good shot on the 9 to send it in this pocket up here in the top right corner. So let's see what Chang decides to do. Very important to make sure you make up your mind before you get down and shoot this shot. This is an 8-8 ball game, so you might as well say a race to 3 from here. So it's very, very difficult to make sure you got to make sure you make the right decision here. There he goes. Goes around the 9 ball, and he's going to get a nice nudge here. It's not straight into the corner, so he's still got a little bit of work here. Not much. But I don't believe he's going to be playing too much other than just make sure he makes the ball. Doesn't really care too much as far as where the cue ball is going to go. He can slow roll this or he doesn't have to. He just wants to definitely cinch the ball. All right, here we go. Sending at least one rail. Shooting the 9 in the bottom left corner. Oh, wow. Well, I think he tried to do too much to that ball, if I had to guess. I mean, he is still in the tournament. But I really figured that he would just play just to make the ball and take the cue ball wherever it landed, because the 10 ball's in a pretty good position for these guys anyways to make it. But on the other hand, I'm only a 657 Fargo. And this guy's at 829. Yeah, he's way up there. Certainly one of the top, I would say top, if I had to guess, top 5 in the world as far as Fargo is concerned. All right. If he wasn't on the rail, Peaches wouldn't have any problem shooting this shot. But he's so close to the rail. All right, like I said, he is definitely top 5. All right, so Peaches pulls it through. That was a tough shot on the 9. And he does pull it through, so he's within 2. And Chang Jung Lin is definitely top 5 in the world, sitting at 829 Fargo, and he is number 5 in the world. Joshua Filler, number 1 at 839. Feder Gorst, number 2 at 833. Shane Van Boning sitting 3rd at 832. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz sitting 4th at 830. Dennis Arcolo who hasn't been playing a whole lot of tournaments, at least not in the U.S. We all know the deal on that. Sitting at 826 in 6th place. Jason Shaw sitting at 7th place at 825. And I guess while I'm at it, might as well round off the top 10. Number 8, Aclente Cache, sitting at 823. Number 9, Alvin Ocean, sitting at 822. And the 10th, Ko Ping Yi, sitting at 821. There's your top 10 in the world, folks. All right, here we go. Chang Jung Lin to break. Rack number 18. Trailing the match 8-9 in this race to 11. Single elimination. This is the top 16. Single elimination. 10 ball. Alternate break. Call all pockets. Call ball, call all pockets. All ball fouls. The standard pro 10 ball rules. All right, so we have a dry break here for Chang, and an extreme back cut here on the 1. I believe it's makeable. If it's not, he'll be pushing it to the 3, as he does, and runs for cover, and he's got it. And it's just a containing safety. Chang's probably going to come out with a jump cue. Yep, and he's going to call a 1-rail bank. And he's got a lot of cover here, so this is going to be more or less a 2-way shot here. Bank the 1, cross corner, long rail, and the cue ball should go somewhere behind those 3 balls on the left, the 4, the 5, and the 6 area. So let's see what happens here. If he hits it good, that's what'll happen. And speaking of hitting it good, unbelievable. He draws the cue ball right into the corner pocket, and Peachy is going to come to the table with a nice layout here. I think the toughest shot is going to be going from the 2 to the 3. If he can get great position on the 3 ball off the 2, I believe everything else is going to be fairly routine. Because if he gets good position on a 3, he'll be able to lay up and get pretty much dead straight in on a 4 in the corner pocket. The bottom corner pocket here on the left, where the 8 ball is. So let's see. Got to work his magic right here. Does he go in between the 6 and the 9? Or does he try to draw it straight up table and miss the side pockets? This is all about cue ball control, and it looks like he's going in between the 6 and the 9. Oh. He went the other direction, between the 7 and the 3. Didn't quite see that angle. Really good shot by Piljus Labutis, or Labutis, my bad. All right, so draw this ball straight back, and he's, like I said, he's dead straight on the 4 in this bottom corner down here. And it's going to be a cakewalk from here. Get anything close to straight in on the 5 ball, you can play the 6 in the same pocket. There's infinite pockets for the 6 ball, so it's all about getting the whatever angle you get on the 5 is what you play position for. So since he's got the cue ball that far away from the 5, I expect him to just either bounce off and play the 6 in the top right corner, or he can roll out even further and play the 6 in the top left corner. If he's got enough angle, he could, I think he does actually. Let me switch camera angles here. Okay, yeah, he's got plenty of angles, so he'll just hit this with high English and just send the cue ball pretty much where it is now, or a little bit straighter on the 6. Either way, I believe that's what he was trying to do. He didn't come out quite far enough, but he's okay. He'll send the cue ball to the to that left rail there, short rail, and play the 7 in the opposite side pocket. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And you see him lining it up over here. So I don't know if he's just looking to see if the 9 ball goes, or if he's just going to swing it around. either way, it's a personal preference, but I think you should. I don't really think he should swing it around the 7, but he's going to. I guess that gives him a little bit more fluidity on his stroke. And as you can tell, he got a little bit too much fluidity on it. Overran his position on the 7 ball. Still makeable. So he's got a few options here. I think what I like, if it were me, I mean, let's take a look at the side angle again. Like I said, it always looks different from over here. Okay, so I definitely like my first option here. Play the 7 inside, hit it high, extreme left English. Cue ball's going to go here, here, back over here. Now that's not what he's looking at. He's looking at 1 rail, possible 2 rails. Play the 7 inside and send it 1 rail, like so. The only thing I don't like about that is you got to really have good speed control on that shot. Shoot it the way that I shoot it, that I'm thinking. I don't really feel that you can get in trouble. I mean, other than scratching in the corner pocket, but that's always going to be there, no matter what shot you choose. All right, so he did something very similar to what I did. He just didn't put as much right English or left English on it, but he pretty much got the same idea. So now he's got really straight on this ball. He might have to punch this out, about like where he's at there. He might have to punch this cue ball out. He could possibly punch it with a punch stroke with center ball just a hair above center with extreme right English and swing it around the corner pocket. Let's see what he decides to do here. I think that's probably the shot. You got a little bit of room, and he does. That's exactly how he plays it, so that's a good shot there. Didn't want to do too much, just enough to make sure he had the shot. So I don't believe he's exactly straight in. It looks like he has a small angle. He's just going to have to bear down and punch this ball and probably draw the cue ball back, a foot or two or whatever. Don't try to do too much with it. Remember, we are playing all ball foul, so he cannot touch this 10 ball. That makes the shot a little bit more difficult. All right, so he's just taking what the table gave him. So obviously he got way too straight on this 9 ball. So he's going to take the cut on the 10 in the bottom left corner, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this is going to get him on the hill first to send Chang Jung Lin home. He's going to need one more game after this. And he shoots that ball with authority. We got a great match, but it's never over until it's finished, till that last 10 ball goes down, because you can bet Chang Jung Lin is not giving up. So all I can say is Piljus Labutis better make a ball on the break here, because if you don't, it could be his last shot, because Chang Jung Lin's going to have a shot if he doesn't make a ball on the break, and he's going to have the break if he runs that rack out. Just making sure this rack is perfectly straight. That's the best way to make your 2 balls behind the 1. And that's the hardest thing I have. I really wish they drew the lines on the tables to make sure we could line them up perfectly straight. But nevertheless, you have to do your due diligence and walk over there and make sure it's lined up perfectly straight. Otherwise, if it has the smallest tilt to the rack, it could cause you to miss. As you saw earlier, it could cause you to miss the balls in the side pocket, one going high and one going low, if you know what I mean. It's very important to give yourself a very tight rack and a very straight rack. Any angle, any other direction will cause you not to make your balls in the side pocket. So here we go, the 5 ball and the 8 ball, side pockets. Hits a dead perfect break. The 2 ball goes all the way up top, the 2 and the 3 crisscross and come back down in the bottom corners. Let's see how he hits it. 5 and the 8 both missed just by a little bit. And we have a dry break. Fortunately, I don't think that one ball that close to the corner pocket, I don't think Chang has a shot at it. Yeah, I don't think Chang can cut this ball in. It's very unfortunate for Chang. So he'll be playing a safe. Probably just getting the trying to get the one ball to nudge up to the back of the 6 and send the cue ball up table. Maybe behind the 10 or behind the 4. Either way, he's definitely got to do his due diligence here. Make sure he's going to. He can't risk trying to make this ball and miss it, because he's definitely going to leave it hanging in the pocket. And I believe the 6 ball is out away from the rail to go at least rail first if he needed to. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, he does cut that ball in. That's a very nice shot. Where's this cue ball going to stop? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow. That is ugly. Wow. Chang is highly upset. That ball went probably 2 foot further than what he anticipated. Okay, I'll let you know. All right, 2 rails. Try to get this 2 ball up table. Needs distance or cover. And he's got cover or not. Wow. I think Peaches is going to be forced to take on this combo. It's there, and the line is not that bad, and it offers position. So I expect Peaches to go at this combo. It's close enough. It's only 2 diamonds out, and the 2 balls together are probably within 3 inches of each other. Really expect him to go for this ball, as he does. So this could be all over with right here. Peachy's got a great opportunity to finish this rack out, and I don't see any issues here. Everything is in the perfect placement of the pool table, and this is going to be it right here. Get perfect shape on the 4. He needs to get really good shape from the 6 to the 7. So that's going to be key to finishing this rack out, is making sure you get on the right side of this 6. So if I had to guess, I'll go ahead and say that in advance. When you make the 5, you need to make sure you're on this side, I would assume, of the 6 ball. That way you can just come out 1 rail back to the center of the table. You don't want to risk, I don't think you want to risk trying to go around the 10 to get positioned on the 7. He's looking at it right now, where he was. I believe he's got an idea what he wants to do for sure. All right, so he got dead straight on this 6 ball, and this is not what he intended. So like I said, the key shot is going from the 6 to the 7. And if I'm not mistaken, he has a small, very small angle. He might be able to force this cue ball to the left. If he does, it won't be much, because I believe he can cut this ball to this part of the pocket and just force the ball out right here. That's what I'm thinking he's going to do. I think if you try to risk going, well, if he points right there, that means he's got the wrong angle here on the 6 ball. But from this view that I'm looking at, It looks like he has enough to draw it to the left rather than drawing it to the right. So I think being that he's so close to the corner pocket there, I don't really see him going high with this. I mean, he could. I think he's forced to stun draw this, and he does. And he doesn't draw it very much, though. I don't know if he miscued. He's probably his back arm is probably a little. It's probably shivering a little bit. And this is going to be your last key shot of the match. Position is not really that big of an issue. This is going to be all about making the ball. You hit this ball with high. Actually, you hit this ball with center with a touch of right English. It kills off the rail and comes straight across the table. Here we go. He won't hit it hard. Just let it drift across the table. And he hit it way harder than I anticipated. Not really for sure why he hit it that hard. So he's asking for trouble here. Now he's going to have to avoid the 10 ball going up table. If he hits the wrong side of this 10 ball, it could end up in the corner pocket. Super thin cut. All right. He's got to be on the nervous side because he's certainly he's hitting the ball a little harder. But he probably did that one intentional. But he needed to hit a little bit harder to get back up. But he should be okay here. He'll hit this, I mean, just straight top English. And just let it roll two rails naturally. And he does. Dead perfect on the 10 ball. And Chang is throwing in the towel. Way to go, Piljus Labutis. Great match, considering he was down the first half of the match. Made a nice comeback there. And Chang was on the ropes pretty much the whole time after that. And he's a little upset he missed that 9 ball, just like that 10 ball he just missed right there. He missed that 9 ball like that to get on the 10.